What the? Oh, hey, little guy.
How long's it been since you all got played with?
It's been years.
Well, just you wait.
Play! Real play! I can't wait!
Now, if you'll excuse us, we best be heading back.
Thank you!
Take care,
Bye,
Pinky.
Mr. Lotso. Thank you. Welcome to Sunnyside, folks.
Yes, my friends, welcome to Sunnyside Playtime and welcome to the Cloud. Great to have you back again, and they've dropped this brand new event on us with virtually no notice at all, and it's going to be for getting Toy Story 3 villains, which is in the form of Big Baby, Chunk, and Lotso Bear. So why don't we go ahead and do what this big green button says and go find out what this is all about. And there he is, floating around in the magic bubble, Lotso himself. So like I said, very little notice on there. If we go up to the inbox here, you'll see that it's exactly the same date. There wasn't even, I wouldn't even say there was 12 hours notice. Around midnight last night, this still wasn't in my inbox, and I woke up this morning and all of these were in there. So coming soon, get ready, because soon must have been a few hours. Get ready, the Sunnyside Playtime event will soon begin with a chance to earn exclusive Toy Story characters. Use Chunk to fight to earn Big Baby and Lotso in this brand new event. So it sounds like this is going to be a tiered thing, as the normal format seems to follow. And then I guess hours later, you had this Sunny Playtime event is now live, and you get to build a brand new team of Toy Story villains. So I guess they wanted to tease it or didn't want to release it straight away, but you know, most of the tease was for 6 hours when most people were asleep. But nonetheless, new event. So it's Toy Story villains and fight to earn Lotso tokens. So it looks like Lotso is the main chase character here. The more important thing is we have another leader. So not only do we have another origin category to go with the Toy Story villains, up till now there's only been one Zurg, we have another leader ability in the game, which is something that the devs have been saying that they want to do. They want to bring in more synergy characters, more origins and factions, so that you can create better teams. And this does seem to be Club Conquest focused. As you see, this team will help you defeat your enemies in Club Conquest, and I believe their kit is very geared towards that direction for that mode. So there it is. And obviously along with an event comes packs as well, so there's new offers in the store. So why don't we just go ahead and check on out that just to see what is available. And as you can see here, they have a $70 pack. They seem to always have one of these, which is kind of like a multi-pack for everything that's available in an event. And in this case, you've got yourself a Chunk, 50 tokens. The Baby will get you 50 tokens, and you'll get 25. Obviously, Lotso being the premium character, which is probably also indicated by the fact that he doesn't have his own bundle. That is a $700 pack Canadian, which is usually $49.99 for US dollar. And very similar here, usually when you get a $50 pack, it is around this price, and for half of that, normally 25 tokens, you'll end up getting these lower priced things here. So in-game economy, suggesting that these two are not the main characters. Obviously these pretty much want to come as a bundle all together, because they have synergy with each other. So individually, we don't know yet. We'll see. We'll find out if they plug and play into any other. We can do some theory crafting and some nice experimenting with all these new characters. Even if they have some synergy with the Toy Story hero characters, we'll find out. But as demonstrated by something like this Scar bundle, a $50/$70 pack is usually around an 80 token unlock for one of what they would consider a premium character in the in-game economy. And as of yet, no pack for Lotso, which tends to be the indicator that that is the main premium character for the event. And usually they drop that in maybe about halfway through or towards the end, so expect to see that coming in there. And those are the cash money packs. And if you've been free to play or saving up your gems, then they obviously have the gem packs as well. And again, the standard 800 pack value, suggesting that they are not so much the premium characters, again demonstrated by Scar over here being a 12 100 pack with the same kind of odds and ability to get the 330 unlock, which aren't as uncommon as you think. There've been actually quite a few people on the Discord. Our very own Ludgate from the Disney Titans managed to get one of those 330 unlocks for his honor. So they do happen. They're not as impossible as you might think, but obviously still quite rare. So there are the packs, and again, no Lotso pack there either. But as we were saying, expect those to turn up a little later on into the event. So there it is. That is the new content as such. Those are the 3 new characters. And I'm not going to do a complete rundown. We're just going to have a quick look at the kits here. Just a vague overview so we can get a rough idea. But as I was saying, they're pretty much geared towards being a club conquest kind of thing. So there they are, the 3 new unlockable characters, which hopefully we're going to be able to get something out of in this event. And like we said, Zurg is currently the only, or was the only downtown and villain Toy Story character. And as you can see here, once you get these 4, you still only have 4 out of possible full 5 squads. So whether or not they have synergy with other Toy Story characters will work well just to round out, I don't know. But more than likely, you probably want to put some kind of downtown villain in there with Zurg. But let's have a quick look at their tags. So Chunk is tagged with downtown, and that's a great animation there of him coming in and bonking himself in the head and spinning his plates to go from mean to happy, which is actually his passive ability here, friendly to fierce. And as you can see, there's a lot of harmful effects manipulations and effect manipulations here from his passive and his special. Even his basic ability manipulates harmful and helpful effects, and it turns them. So a lot of these new characters coming out with the synergy in mind are doing the work of the spells that might have been nerfed or have changed a little bit. So they're putting a little more of that into the characters, which goes along with the thinking that they don't want the spells to be the main feature of a match. They want the actual playable heroes and characters to do that for you. So they're going to have a lot of synergy, but it's going to be with other Toy Story villains only, and potentially downtown tag will come into play there as well. And then we'll just have a quick look at Baby. And there it is, Big Baby with the freaky Exorcist turnaround head spinning thing. An awesome model too. Also with the downtown tag. And let's have a quick look through here in terms of the synergy. So a pretty basic there. And then moving on to the first special ability, and it's a manipulation of turn meter ability by up to 30%, and that's just on its base level. So again, more ability to manipulate the turn meter and turn order of a match, which is becoming increasingly more important, especially with synergy teams. And then for the final special, you've got damage also to an adjacent opponent. So it's a mini AoE there for adjacent opponents. And then the passive here, so this is where some of the synergies coming in. It's restoring health, and this is then boosted again if Lotso is a teammate, not even just the leader, but if Lotso is a teammate. And then is also increased by each Toy Story villain teammate, which is what I was saying about you can't just chuck in the other Toy Story heroes. It won't work. It has to be Toy Story villains. So the synergy there coming into play again for Mama. So that's Big Baby's kit as a quick overview. And if we head on back and see what the actual main focus of this event is, which is Lotso Bear. So he's got a lot of abilities here, but most importantly, what we're looking at here is the leader ability. We've got a brand new leader ability in the game, which are going to become increasingly more important. So Toy Story villains gain 20% maximum health in Club Conquest. Like we said, this is a Club Conquest kind of focused team in the kind of similar way that Simba has his Club Conquest focused ability. So if we go back and have a quick look at his others, again, helpful effects from each adjacent Toy Story villain. So again, synergy with the Toy Story villains. And then also he's got a special, which is Playdate with Destiny, that restores health. So he's not only a leader, he is also a healer, as well as having the downtown tag. And even his basic will inflict fear for 1 turn and defense down for 1 turn on an opponent and adjacent opponents. And allied with Big Baby will assist. 1 to 2 additional teammates will assist. So that one doesn't say Toy Story villains. So maybe you will get a little extra out of that, or they've just missed the wording out of that one, but we will find out in time. So there you go. That's a quick overview of the kit and what you really need to know there, being that it's basically a team you're chasing here. You're not really wanting to chase an individual character. You're gonna have to try and get the whole team to get the most out of it. So let's go on in and see if that is what we can do, if they're going to make this easy on us, or whether this is going to be really hard and one of those over time get it the next few times around. So brand new event, here we go. So let's go on in. Okay, so this is a little bit different. There are only 2 events here, and you can only get Baby Chunk and then Lotso, which I guess means you can't get Chunk. So that is slightly different. Yeah, if we go in here, you can earn Big Baby tokens. And then if we check the other event here, Sunnyside Skirmish, which is for Lotso, they're not a side reward or anything. So a little different here in this Toy Story 3 event, in that there is no other way to get yourself a Chunk than, I guess, buying the packs, or actually going in and grinding in the nodes that they've put him on. So I did not notice them saying that anywhere in those inbox emails, even though that is a very amusing animation. It is less amusing the fact that you can't get him out of the event. So you are actually going to have to grind him out, and I guess there you go. He is on both 3C Elite for villains and 3A Elite for heroes, so they are dispensing with the convention on heroes from villains and villains from heroes, and new chase characters and event characters they are just putting on both heroes and villains for you to get a chance to grind them up, because they're not giving you the base character away in the actual tiered events anymore. So let's find out how easy it is going to be to get into this event. Okay, 1 out of 3 there. I've already got 1 of these chunk tokens from the new dailies there. And I guess if you buy the VIP track, then you'll get a lot more. So maybe that's an incentive for you to get VIP tracks. You're gonna have to get a little extra energy here to go and get all 3 of these. So out of 3 again, and another 1 out of 3. So assuming that's not just the worst RNG, say you maybe even manage to get 2 out of 3 there and claim your attempt. So 3 or 4 a day, it's unlocking at 2-star. So a 2-star unlock is 25 tokens. 2 a day before the end of the event. You're barely going to be able to get Chunk out of grinding unless you get a lot better RNG before the end of the event. So that's kind of surprising and disappointing. That's very unusual now. So same format as before, but slightly changing the bar for entry there, in that there's no free ride into getting your first character out of the easy tiers of the event. You literally can only start climbing up this ladder once you get your Chunk. Okay, so there's that one for now, but let's put that aside for a second then, and I guess let's just see what we will need to get through this. So obviously you can bring in a 1-star villain, and that are the only requirements there. And then we will be facing, it looks like, Jessie and Buzz Lightyear are the main characters here, the enemies. And in this case, they have a few extra tricks. The claw spell can be used on the start of every other turn, so that might make the gameplay a little interesting. And her specials grant magic up, and Buzz gives a better increased chance to assist his Toy Story teammates. But again, as usual, these events, lower tiers or even the upper tiers, don't tend to be too difficult. But what they have made more difficult is level of entry into getting past even the second tier of the phase of this event. You're gonna have to have chunk at an unlock, and you're only going to be able to do that by grinding them out or buying the packs. So why don't we go and do this one battle that we can do, and let's do that by going in here with minimum requirements just to see how easy or not this is. Pretty much everyone here is level 30 and below apart from Mr. Zerg here. So there you go, you got a 40, you got a 20, a 13 even with that Sheriff of Nottingham. Scar's still at 19, and I've got a Mordu finally, and he's only at 30. So not the most overpowered team in the world, and we may as well have a little fun with this battle. We'll leave the Toy Story spells in there as a backup just so we can see and have fun with this level, seeing as this may be the only level we can do for today. Okay, a lot of loading time for a very nice looking level, so I will forgive that. And there it is, Buzz Lightyear and Jessie, and they've done a really good job of recreating the little prison room that they shut everyone up in Toy Story 3 when they reprogrammed Buzz, so I kind of guess it makes sense that we are fighting Buzz. And he's got Jessie to back him up, and there it goes, there's the claw spell dropping. That is always amusing. I don't have a lot of people who use it against in PvP, so let's pop up Bucket here just as a little backup. And Zerg's probably going to do most of the work here. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy level. And one hit takes down Jessie as Zerg laughs in victory. So yeah, it's a really nice looking level. I don't know if the whole event is going to be that, or there's going to be another level for the second part of the event, but I'm not going to be able to tell you right now because we're locked out from that because of this odd requirement of needing to grind up the character, which makes it even more bizarre that they didn't give us any notice on this particular event. But I don't know, maybe they'll arrange it better next time around. But we did get our baby token there and our bonus baby token. So that's that. So we're on our way to a big baby, but actually the chunk that we require, we have no way of getting, which is a bit of a shame, really. So unfortunately, that is all she wrote on the event. I mean, let's just have a quick look at what we will need here. And like we thought, you're going to need chunk on the first one. They're going to let you get away with just having chunk. So once you do get chunk, at least they're letting you in on the first level of phase 2, but then again you're going to need chunk and big baby at 3-star. So this is looking like it is going to be a long-term kind of grind unless you're going to spend yourself some money or some saved up gems. So unfortunately it looks like this may be more of a monetized model kind of event, but I'm still glad they're giving us more content and things to chase. I personally am not gonna worry too much about it because I'm kind of behind on the Frozen, and I still haven't got my Aladdin thing up, but I've got some videos coming out about that later on, so we'll get into that then. But there you go, there's a first look at the Sunnyside Playtime event, and it's obviously in conjunction with the new pass holder season. We got a really nice graphic here, a Lotso bear, and there he is again in the magic bubble. But the highlights for this, I guess, is point of entry has been increased to you needing to grind out a hole or buy a character before you can participate in the event, which is kind of sad. I don't really know what to think about this right now because, like I said, as you saw, we went in there fresh, and I just learned this now as well. So why don't you guys get the conversation started and comment down below and let me know what you think of this and how you're going to go about approaching this event, or whether you managed to get a lot better RNG and get a lot closer to your chunk than I did. But for now, I will leave it there and hopefully be able to come back with a little more of this event later on down the line when we have a chunk. And until then, my friends, as always, thanks for hanging out. appreciate your company, and I will see you next time your head is in the cloud.